Hey guys, so today I'm 28 weeks pregnant and I have quite a bit of things to share with you. So a lot of you know, if you watched my last pregnancy vlog, that I needed to take the glucose test. Well, everybody that's pregnant has to take the glucose test, but anyways, I took it last Thursday and today is Wednesday, so it's been almost a week and I just found out the results today. And I passed. So that's really exciting. I know that I'm insulin resistant, and that just kind of goes along with having polycystic ovarian syndrome, or most people know as PCOS. And so me and Garrett were just like, yeah, you're gonna fail it, but I passed it with flying colors. I'm just so excited. But they did find out that I was anemic, so I have to go pick up my prescription for to take iron pills for the remainder of my pregnancy. I have to take, I think, just one a day with my prenatal. So that's good. And also I just kind of wanted to talk about my experience with taking the glucose test and how I think I passed it and some tips that I could pass along to you. So before I went and took the test, I had seen Makeup by Tiffany D. She did a video, I think it's her 28-week pregnancy vlog, where she talks about how she went about passing her glucose test and some tips that her doctor gave her. And I thought that was amazing. I wish my doctor would have given me some tips. My doctor, I just really don't trust her anyway. That's a whole nother video. But she said her doctor told her when she wakes up in the morning to have lots of protein and to not have too much sugar. Like, you can have a sip or so of orange juice if that's what you like. You can have like a little thing of fruit, fresh fruit, if you want to, but don't have like a big old glass of orange juice. Don't have like a big old bowl of cereal with frosted stuff on it that has a lot of sugar in it, and just pretty much to avoid sugary things. So she said make sure you have a lot of protein that morning, and then like snacks throughout the day. But I was coming in after lunch and she was coming in after lunch too. I came in, my appointment was at 3:20 to go to the lab, and hers was like at 2, I don't remember. Anyways, hers was after lunch, and her doctor told her to make sure she ate protein and came in on a full stomach. You don't want to do it on an empty stomach. That's going to make you sick, and it can really throw off your results. So she went to Chick-fil-A, and I had planned on going there and just getting some nuggets and eating that and some water, just like she did. But instead I went and met Garrett. I went and picked him up and brought some food to him, and I ate something different. But what I ate that day, I woke up, had a glass of water, my coffee like normal, with coconut oil and a little bit of milk. And the one thing that did have a good bit of sugar in it, but I didn't want to skip because it really helps me throughout the day, are little meal, not a meal replacement, but it's like a protein shake that you can get at the grocery store. It's Carnation Breakfast, and I get the chocolate one. You just mix it with milk and you drink it, and it gives you a bunch of nutrients and stuff. And so I had that, and then I ended up having for breakfast eggs, a little bowl of strawberries, some toast, and with the toast had butter on it, and then I had a glass of milk. And then after that I drank lots of water throughout the day, and then I got really hungry before I ended up leaving the house at like 2, and so I was starving at lunchtime, so I didn't want to eat too much. So I just had a bowl of rice with hoisin sauce on top of it, which sounds kind of weird, but that's been like my everything. It's been getting me through my sushi cravings this pregnancy. And so I had that, and then I went to go pick Garrett up, and we went through this Greek fast food place, express place called Syrops, and I got the chicken shawarma with a side of potato and onions and hummus. And I didn't eat all of it. I just ate, Garrett just fed me when we drove, and I just had probably maybe 4 ounces of chicken and like a tablespoon of hummus and essentially like 2 spoonfuls of potato, because potatoes do have sugar in them. And there's nothing wrong with the sugar. The whole point of it is to make your body crave something sugary when you get to take your test, and at least that's what she said her doctor told her. And so previously that week I have a soda every single day, just one. I only allow myself one. It's like my guilty pleasure. I don't have ice cream. I don't have any of those other little candies and stuff like that. I just crave, I just need that soda flavor. And so I had the little bitty cans of Pepsi, and around lunchtime every day I would allow myself to have a Pepsi. And so that kind of got my body on the timeline to like, okay, it's lunchtime, you go get you a Pepsi. So I was craving sugar by the time I got to my appointment. And when I got there, I saw a lady in the hall. I guess it depends on what your doctor recommends or tells them to give you, because she had like this size of an orange drink that she was drinking for her glucose test that she was doing in the lobby. For mine, I had to be observed while I was drinking it, and I had to do it under 5 minutes, and they only gave me half of the bottle in a styrofoam cup, and it was hot too, so that was annoying, because everybody talks about how it's ice cold and it's actually pretty good, which it was good. Like, it's just like everybody says, it's like drinking orange pop that is, I'm from the South and I just said pop, orange soda, and it's just really syrupy. That's really all it is. But mine was warm, which was not very pleasant. And also, they didn't give me a choice. I was so aggravated. Like, the chick in the lobby had a red one, and I was like, yes, that's what I want. I want to get the fruit punch one. I can't handle the orange because I get really bad acid reflux, and if I drink that, I know I'm going to be hurting, because you have to sit there for an hour. So they just gave me the orange. They didn't give me any choice. She didn't talk to me at all. She literally walked in, poured the drink, handed it to me, and just kept her back to me the whole time. So I was like, alright. So I drank it, no problem. Like, you don't want to, and another thing they said, do not chug the drink. A lot of people say just chug it, get it out of the way. Do not chug that drink, because if you enter that much sugar into your body, your system's going to go freaking haywire. More so than if you just slowly sip it. So I slowly sipped mine, and in between, I didn't just sit there. I had a doctor's appointment. Went up there, did my appointment, and then came right back down. They drew my blood, which they take about 4 things of blood, which my lady I had, she was amazing. Not much of a talker, but I didn't feel that needle go in, and I didn't feel it moving around, because a lot of times, I'm sorry if you get squeamish about needles, I know my sister does. If you say the word needle, she will pass out. But usually whenever they're switching out the vials to like get different tests, then like you can feel it moving and it hurts. This woman was a pro, didn't feel a single thing, and she was like boom, 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 and it was done. So another thing I found out that day after she took my blood, she told me that I was RH negative, and she gave me a card. Didn't know what that was, and she said I had 7 days to come back and get a shot. And so I left, and I was like, this is so weird. You know, Easter was coming up. I wasn't about to bother my doctor. And so I waited till Monday, and they said, yes, you have to get that shot. If you don't get it within 7 days, then they're going to have to draw your blood again, which I don't know how I can go from A negative to something else within over 7 days. I don't know. But, yes, so RHiG, I'll write the name here. Anyways, so pretty much what that is if you have a pregnant woman has a negative blood type and is RH negative, then if your blood comes in contact with your baby's blood, if you get in an accident, if whenever you're giving birth, anything like that, your body's going to create more antibodies and attack your baby, and that's not good. It could cause a lot of problems down the line for her if, you know, I didn't get the shot. So I have to get a shot now, usually like in your 28th week around your glucose test, which I already gotten. They gave it to me in my tuchus, kind of like a steroid shot. And I'm also going to have to get another shot after I give birth, so if something happens and my blood comes in contact with hers, it's not going to like attack her. And if she's RH negative whenever she's born, which I pray that she is not, because Garrett's O positive, which is an amazing blood type to have. And another thing I thought was fascinating, to have a negative blood type, both of your parents had to have a negative blood type, so that was interesting. But yes, oh, if she's RH negative, I don't know if I haven't said this, then when she's born, then she's going to have to get a shot as well, so we don't, our bodies don't like attack each other. So yes, okay, now that I'm over talking about the glucose test and being RH negative, I want to talk about the baby. So this is essentially how big her hand is compared to my pinky at the moment, and this is off the Ovia app, and they just have this, like, you can't even see this, like I thought you could, but there's a white outline of what size the baby's hand typically is when they're born, and then the pink on the inside just shows how big the baby's hand is typically now. So it says at 28 weeks, she's getting better at controlling her own body temperature, which is major for your pregnancy because it means she is getting closer to sustaining herself. As you get bigger and pregnancy becomes more about your baby, and you're going to want to do everything you can to make sure she is healthy as possible. She's almost 16 inches tall and the size of a coconut and weighs about 2.5 pounds, getting closer and closer to the size she will be at birth. Her adrenal glands are now secreting androgen and estrogen, which signal your body to begin lactation, which last night I was laying like I did before when I was talking to you guys, or when I told you that I had a horrible leak, and Django was laying right there, had his face like up on my shoulder, and all of a sudden I felt wet and he just went and like kept jerking his head away like, what is that? So yeah, I had another horrible spill. It went all the way down my arm and all over my shirt, which is weird that it's this one that's like I'm lactating so much out of, because this boob is clearly bigger than this one now, which is very strange. Or actually, it's not strange, it's very normal. Her wrinkles are starting to disappear as she packs on an increased amount of fat, which will aid in regulating her body temperature. She's continuing to rehearse for life by dreaming, coughing, and practicing breathing. What a talented baby you have there. It says, how's mommy? The third trimester of your pregnancy moves you away from the ta-da you centered months and towards thinking more about your baby as the reality of her arrival sets in. If your glucose test raised any red flags, your doctor will have take a glucose tolerance test around now and would confirm or rule out possible gestational diabetes. Your doctor may also give you a RhoGAM shot, which is what that was, RhoGAM. If your blood came back RH negative, your Braxton Hicks contractions will continue, as might the shortness of breath and difficulty sleeping. Which all of those, yes, except for sleeping, has been spot on. It's been really, really good. Still get up to pee all the time, but I'm sleeping very well. Alright, so that's all from that app, and I just really recommend that app, the Ovia app, because it just really, I don't know, they update you on different things every single day, and I don't know, it's just more informative. But on the bump, I'm going to tell you what size the baby is on here, because they all differ. This one, the baby is the size of an eggplant, which is 13.6 to 14.8 inches, and 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. And on the expecting app, the baby is the size of an iceberg lettuce, which it says your baby now measures about 14.8 inches long from head to heel. At this point, your baby weighs roughly 2.2 pounds. So you see how some like gauge it differently, and you know, whatever, some are like very specific. But also, I have gained 17 pounds so far. It says the normal range is 9 to 16, and I'm just 1 pound over. But then so many girls that I watch on YouTube are like, I've gained 25 pounds already, and I'm just like, how do they gauge this on these apps? I don't understand. Anyway, so that is just crazy. So on also, half of the apps say that now I'm in my third trimester, but the other app said that I was in my third trimester last week, so we're gonna go with last week. So a few things I want to talk about is, the main thing about this week is that I've just come to realize is that how blessed I am for having these pregnancy hormones. And before I got pregnant, I was very so like the person that suffers in silence. If I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna go hide. I try my best not to cry, and I try my best not to show emotion. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, but I try my best to like keep everything bottled in, and that's not a good thing to do. That's not a good thing to have. I need to express myself more, but I'm working on. But I'm so blessed because this pregnancy forces me to get my emotions out, and the hormones are forcing me to cry about things when there's something beautiful that happens on TV, or if Garrett says something sweet, or if something sad happens, or if anything around me that should respond or should trigger an emotion, I feel the emotion now. And it can get annoying because like I'm constantly wiping my eyes if I'm crying about something but it's just, I'm starting to appreciate, is what I'm trying to say, is that I appreciate that I'm feeling these emotions and it feels good. I'm starting to accept it more. In my head I'm like, it's okay, I'm pregnant. It's okay, I'm crying because I'm pregnant. I'm doing this because I'm pregnant. So yeah, so I'm allowing myself to get away with it. But another thing is I've been having aches all over my body. I thought it was because like this weekend I overdid it. Me and Garrett were painting the crib. We were digging some more spots to put planters outside. We were getting our compost ready. And we were just working outside and we're doing a lot of different projects. And I just overdid it. And my stomach, I started getting a lot of pains in my abdomen. And I woke up the next day like someone had ran me over with an 18-wheeler. Everything hurt. My ribs, every single rib I felt were pulsing. When I stood up, you know when your feet are swollen and you stand on them after you've been sitting for a while, it feels like you're walking on a big blister. That was all day. Every single joint in my body I could feel were just like in so much pain. It hurt to get in bed. It hurt to prop my feet up. It just hurt. The whole day hurt, and I was trying to drink lots of water, and so I had to get up and pee a lot, so it was just not fun, and that carried on to the next day. But yeah, so I found out that's because I have more progesterone going through my body, and hormones and stuff are going to make your body hurt. But that was not fun. It took me longer to recover than usual. Like I said before, I've been sleeping amazing. I don't have to sleep straight up anymore since I've changed my diet so much. My body is I'm getting better at eating certain things at certain times, and I have my routine down where I don't have really bad acid reflux at night. So what I do, I put my normal pillow that I like to end up on in the morning. It's thinner. Then I have my thick pillow, like kind of like, okay, here's one pillow. This is my fist. And then I have the other pillow just kind of strategically like that. So I'm kind of like at an incline. And so it's not like just, here's my body normally. I'm just like that. Because it just creates a better sleep environment. And I've been sleeping really well that way. It is uncomfortable. My joints still hurt. But it puts me to sleep. So that's all I care about. And another thing too, I told you guys I had restless leg syndrome. And I was having leg cramps and stuff like that last week. What I've noticed is if I put a thick pillow under my feet before I go to bed, then it kind of lets everything drain down, and I haven't had that problem this week since I've been doing that, so that has been really good, making sure I prop my feet up. And that is all, but I did find out today that I am anemic and that I'm going to have to start taking some iron pills, which is cool. Fine, it doesn't surprise me. I've been so tired lately, even though I've been getting plenty of sleep, and I haven't been eating as much protein as I should, like red meats. I love a good fillet, but I don't want to eat it well done. I don't like any meat well done. So, yes. I mostly just eat fried fish, which is terrible to say. That, eggs. I crave a lot of crab. I will eat a hamburger, but I tend to stay away from them because a lot of places that have thicker patties, they don't cook it in the center. And yeah, or like I have a veggie sandwich because I don't want to chance listeria or something like that. But anywho, that is all I have for updates this week. I feel like I had a lot more, but maybe I went through it a lot faster than I thought. But anyways, guys, I love you all very, very much, and I guess I'll show you my bump. She's just getting so big and just so proud of her. Also, I realized that I have a stretch mark right down here. Last week, I told you guys I got a stretch mark here, but now there's one here, and she's just jumping around and moving all the time. Every hour on the hour, I swear she's like jabbing or like trying to like move around and get comfortable, and it's just an amazing feeling. Like I'm constantly like, oh, woo, oh my gosh, ooh. It takes me by surprise because they're not just like little movements. I mean, she's still doing little movements, but it's more so the bigger movements where you can see it on the outside of the stomach. But yes, so me and Garrett are about to go eat dinner and celebrate me passing my glucose test. And that's all I got for you guys, but I love you all very, very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye! Alright, so today is a huge video for me to make. I'm just really excited because today marks my third and final trimester, or the beginning of it, and I am so happy.